So right now I see a vehicle on the shoulder with his hazard lights on. I'm gonna go ahead and check my mirrors, turn my turn signal on, get over as soon as possible so I can give that car plenty of space. And then I'll get back over when it's safe.
Hey everybody, Dan and Dave here. And Dan, today we had an incident.
Right.
And happened on a shoulder. Our vehicle was involved with it too. And so what we're talking about is what you're doing when you see vehicles ahead on the shoulder.
Right.
With their lights are on, whether it's emergency vehicle, any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, obviously we've all heard about it, Scott's Law, right?
Yep.
And, you know, January 1st, I believe, of 2025, they amended that law to include not just the emergency vehicles like tow trucks, fire trucks, ambulances with emergency lights on, but also any vehicle on the shoulder with their hazard lights on. So It is the law to move over or slow down. You know, if you can't get moved over, you know, to really back off and slow down. That's the law.
Right. Well, hey, and guys with CDLs, you get a ticket for that Scott's Law, you're going to find out.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, we had talked about that in one of our in our last podcast. You know, something I wasn't aware of. There is different classifications for different citations that you get. Certain citations that you get driving a truck with a CDL can result in you losing your license for a period of time.
Not losing your license,
Right.
Pretty hefty fines for that kind of stuff, which, you know, is all understandable about moving over. So what we want to emphasize is, you know, not only following distance and your, you know, how much you're seeing ahead, the 8 to 12 seconds ahead. You know, we don't realize that getting that close to a vehicle in front of us is that important. It's not just about hitting something in the rear.
Right.
It's about being able to stay back.
That's right. Following distance isn't, you know, you think about it like, you know, if I'm too close, we're worried about hitting somebody, you know, rear end collision. And of course, that's part of it, right? But on the interstate, you know, we talk about our 10-point commentary a lot. You know, some of those don't, you know, basically convert to the interstate, but some of them do. You know, following distance and 8 to 12 second eye lead time, checking our mirrors every 5 to 8 seconds. I mean, we've got to really focus on using those methods while we're driving. Keeping your following distance and good space cushion. Listen, if you've got a semi truck in front of you, right, comes around in the video, you'll see semi truck comes around in front of me. I can't see anything in front of him. You know what I mean? So if I'm right behind him, 2 or 3 seconds for my following distance, I have no idea what's going on ahead.
You're billboarded.
That's right.
You can't see anything around him.
Right.
If a tire is in the road,
right.
If someone's on the shoulder, it's too late for you to recognize where they're at in order for you to move over. By the time you check the mirror, maybe actually get room to move over. That's the kind of thing. And, you know, and you have to make those decisions pretty quick.
That's just it, Dave.
And the farther back you stay from somebody, the better off that you are. And you know, that's where we want to get the drivers to get used to that kind of thing.
That's right.
If you're figuring out that 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 seconds, you know, hey, pick out a tree, pick out a sign, whatever that guy is ahead of you, start counting. You'll figure out what's 6 to 8 seconds. You know, that's a pretty good distance.
It's a good distance.
Yeah.
Right. That's just it. I mean, here's the deal. You know, we're getting paid to be safe. You know, they want us to have that space cushion. You know, back off, give yourself plenty of room. 8 to 12 seconds eye lead time so you can see when that stuff's going on. It's just like you said, Dave. Truck's in front of you by 3 or 4 seconds. They might wait till the last minute. They may be distracted. They might be able to get over, but guess what? We might not be able to because there might be somebody next to us.
Well, you can't trust what they're doing. That's for sure.
We've got to be a defensive driver.
That's right.
All the time.
And the thing is we all know, especially the day drivers, you know, we all know there's way more cars out there on the road.
Right.
So what does that mean? There's going to be way more vehicles that end up on the side of the road.
That's
whether
right.
they're, you know, pulling over, you know, and making a phone call.
I doubt it.
Good for you, but that's not a good spot to do it at.
Right.
Whether you're breaking down, you know, that's the one thing I don't understand. We got all these new cars, all the new technology, and you see more cars on the shoulder now than you ever used to.
Right. They're all over the place.
And especially whenever it's a tow truck trying to assist somebody, or a police officer, fire truck, any of those kind of things. Those are the ones that, you know, you want to make sure you're seeing that plenty far in advance.
That's right.
So
that's right, Dave.
Okay, everybody. Well, you know, video is going to show everything what we filmed there, and you know, show what not to do, and what you should be doing.
That's right.
So, all right, everybody, maintain those following distances. Don't get billboarded out there, and stay safe.